didn't put that shit in my hair. How am I doing? Chris, I'm doing wonderful. Is something about something. Is Thunderbolts on Disney Plus? I don't have Disney Plus in here. But I have it in my living room. And in my daughter's room. I'd honestly probably watch it in my daughter's room. It'd be more comfortable. Laying in bed, doo 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 doo. Did he message me back? Hold on. Where's my What you gonna do? Wait. Why you say wait? Why you say wait, homie? What am I waiting for? What are we waiting for? What do I do with that fucking, She was trying to put it on me earlier, and now I don't know what the fuck I did with it. Stupid! I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm so dense. I'm so dumb and dense. God damn it, I'm dumb and I'm dense. Where the fuck is the goddamn where's the motherfucking whoa. I wonder, do I have my microphone plugged in? I do. Okay. So they can at least hear me be stupid. They can at least hear me being dumb as fuck. Being really, really fucking dense. Where the fuck did it go? Did I throw it in the... Huh. Well... Oh. Hunting. No, what? Hey guys, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm in the process of fucking around trying to find out where my fucking daughter's Nightmare Before Christmas hat is that I always wear. Is it inside my car? Is it in my fucking car? Hold on. Mega confusion. Super duper extra confusions. Alright, we are we're gonna look for that shit later. I don't know what the fuck I did with that shit. I don't know what I did with the fucking hat. That's weird. Okay. Anyways. Can you guys hear me okay? Is my audio okay? Is my audio good? Or do I need to turn it up? I see it's picking up my fan. I see it's picking up my ceiling fan pretty well. Which is highly unfortunate. Let me see if I can do something about that. Itchy. Okay, so I beat Goku's story mode on this. I beat his entire campaign. I went from, you don't hear a fan? Well, so it shows my mic volume, like the sound output that I'm making, and the only thing that, like, when I'm silent, the only thing I can think of that it's picking up on is the fucking ceiling fan. That's why I was asking about the fan. But yeah, I beat Goku's entire campaign. I'm working on Frieza now. But I got, yeah, it's, I'm gonna be real with y'all. So, I love Dragon Ball Z. I've always loved Dragon Ball Z. Y'all know I love Dragon Ball Z, goddamn. I mean, like, I love these fucking, like, I have toys in my closet from when I was fucking 8 years old. Dragon Ball toys. I love Dragon Ball Z. And I don't know why nobody else ever says this shit. Well, I've never heard anybody ever say this. But the Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi fucking games, the controls are horrible. The gameplay controls are fucking garbage in the Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi games. They're fucking garbage. And this is considered a Budokai Tenkaichi game. And anytime I play a game like this, like I'm so excited because there's so much shit. There's so much to it. But then when I'm actually playing it, it's like the buttons, like what's the point of mapping out these buttons if I press it and the button is only gonna do that thing it's supposed to do like 2% of the time. Like if I'm constantly tapping the fuck out of block or holding block, my dude should be doing at least a somewhat decent amount of blocking. But if I'm tapping it or holding it, there ain't no blocking going on. And this is a brand new controller. Like brand new one I bought for Nova, fresh out of box. Like parrying shit like that don't work. Fucking when I try and use my special moves, the person could be the CPU or enemy could be right here in front of me. And I charge all the way up and use my sparking blast, whatever my sparking blast may be at the moment. My dude will charge all the way up. He's right in front of me, the enemy, and he will go and fly around him. Like he'll actually touch him sometimes, but he'll fly around him. And it pisses me the fuck off. I'm like, why are y'all made these, like, the graphics are amazing and the stuff that you can get are amazing, but the fucking controls are trash, man. God God damn, the controls to these games are fucking garbage. There's no way that I'm the only person that thinks that. I can't be the only person who thinks that Dragon Ball Tenkaichi game controls are fucking garbage. There's no way. I was actually gonna look at where's it at? So, Indian Army revealed these satellite images. Doesn't that look like a Metal Gear Solid map? Like there's some rations up there at the bottom right you can see on the map. Am I tripping? That looks like what is the map in Metal Gear Solid 1? Not Zanzibar. What game I gonna play? I don't know, man. I'm gonna watch this real quick because I was in the process of watching it. I'm gonna watch this real quick, and then I'm gonna play. I'll tell you the truth. I'm probably gonna play Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? Like, because I like it. It's just the fucking controls are fucking stupid. But let's take a look at this.
How old do you look? I don't know. Let's see what this face age thing says. You're gonna be an old.
The Director General of Air of Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It indeed is a difficult time that we have to come here like this and brief you.
React
we
to
our best, but we had no choice. As the DGNO has detailed, the event was precipitated by the dastardly act at Pahalgam. The sequence of events have already been detailed. We carefully selected the targets, and out of the 9 selected targets, the target systems that were given to the Indian Air Force were the notorious training camps at Bhavalpur and Burinki.
Okay.
These being further from the international boundary.
So he's saying, India's saying that the targets that they did shoot missiles at in Pakistan were terrorist training camps. I mean, if there were civilians in those terrorist training camps, and that's not India's fault. There shouldn't be they should not let their civilians come into terrorist training camps and bases and shit like that. Keep them away. You know, if they care about their people, keep them the fuck away from that shit so they don't get harmed. That's my opinion on it.
So he's about to show the satellite footage.
Target system analysis. We analyzed what was to be done to annihilate these targets.
Sure.
And plan to engage these targets
Black.
with precision air-to-surface guided munitions so as to avoid collateral damage.
Well, I think they obviously did.
Of planning process.
I mean, they obviously did. You dropped 9 bombs and only like fucking 27 or something like that, 37 people get killed. That's very precision. That's extremely high precision.
Yeah.
I will not go through at this instant. However, what I would like to show you is
let's see it.
The results that we achieved through our targeted airstrike.
So they're going to show screenshots.
Grab the second slide, please.
Uh-oh, they're pulling up the PowerPoint?
Yeah, change, please.
Is this it? Technical difficulties?
Google Maps.
Okay. This is what the terror infra at Muridke looks like.
Whoa.
If you see
Now, or
north, is as indicated, and to the right is east where the international boundary lies. Could we have the next slide, please?
So that's the same place?
Okay, I see.
Orientating. Oh, just go back one slide.
That's
Okay.
what I was thinking.
Please
Okay.
have a look at this red
That-
building.
Extreme precision
The
ship
series
compared to the US?
of buildings out here. And this
That's just an open
So
field,
he's
huh?
showing that right
Empty
there.
ground.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
next.
That's just an open field, isn't it? Okay.
If you relate,
Okay.
the empty ground is here, and you see this is the first weapon that is impacting. This is the impact point number 1
So that was
on
it.
Burinke when he camped with our precision guided weapon.
That's a pretty small
Early
bomb.
morning 7.
Yeah.
Next, please. Keep your eyes
So now
peeled
they're showing kill cam footage. Oh boy.
for the second weapon.
I mean,
coming
you're
in,
not going to see anybody actually die.
Yeah.
and the second impact.
Slideshow of the bomb.
On the
That's crazy.
76
Yeah.
target point. Next slide, please.
It's to reduce
My job's
power of
been-
fire. I mean, yeah.
My job's been alright.
Third impact. Continue.
To tell you the truth, I'm honestly thinking about picking up
So
2 days a week
through
at
these
the
targeted and precision
donut shop
targeting,
just because I'm bored
at which the target at Muriske, which was the turning infrastructure.
and I wouldn't mind little extra money
All right.
being made
Okay, I'll come closer to the mic.
faster.
Now we go to the next target, which is the Bhavalpur training camp. Next slide, please. Okay, just wait.
So there it
So
is.
the effect, if you see
That's that one building they show.
the
They're like kind
impact
of all that
point,
shit collapsed and everything in it too.
you can
Uh-huh.
point out, this is the impact point.
Next slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right.
Ammunition has gone through the roof and it has created a blast inside, the photographs of which you would have, all of you would have seen.
Yeah.
And the red building, after that there was this double-story building. It has been completely decimated by precision targeting.
Yeah.
Next, please. The target system, which was in the north, a series of buildings. I'll show you how it
I
looks.
mean, I would
3
say
and
that's
4.
pretty fucking precision.
Yeah.
Like, if they're only blowing up one specific building in, like, this entire area of buildings, I mean,
No,
it's not
yeah.
like this is a carpet bombing for sure.
Next. Completely destroyed
Very
I mean, they
precise.
didn't.
by our precision targeting. Next. Now coming to Bhavalpur, this is the target complex that we are dealing with, a fairly large target complex. So we have to carefully choose the points that we needed to address,
No
which are
shit.
high value and which would meet our stated objectives of eliminating the.
This is crazy.
Yeah, of course.
I would like
What?
to draw your attention to this red canopy, and in relation to that, I would cover the targets. One target system is a series of buildings here, other one here, and other one out here. Next slide, please. This is how it looked before.
Throw the before and after photos. Oh, God. So literally no other building was damaged
Yeah.
besides
Nothing
the
was
one
damaged.
building they were trying to hit.
Nothing.
That's it. Okay, what's the point? The
Because
point is
people
that
are.
there was an accusation that they were just indiscriminately bombing civilians and
Yep.
just killing a bunch of random people.
Yep.
And so they're showing literal screenshots from the satellite that this is not the case.
And that's bullshit
this
that
is
people
actually
are
what it looked like.
making India
show
have
the
to do that.
precision
Out of
for
all the
right.
countries,
Yeah,
India.
now
Like,
let's see Pakistan. Sure. You guys want to see what
India
Pakistan's
are-
footage is?
man, They're-
Let's see. What would be a good one for
I don't know.
that?
They just seem like
How about this? Yeah, we could maybe
pretty
use this one. This could be
straightforward.
good. There's this one also. Yeah, I mean, I don't have Arma 3 down. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we can go ahead and just let's see what Pakistan's up to.
And this
Let's
is
get their point
how
of
the
view.
building looks after the impact of the weapon and orientation in relation to this red canopy you can see here. Next please. Before, next,
Oh shit.
and after.
Yeah.
Yep, they're dead.
The roofs have completely collapsed. Next,
Yep, there's that one before. Just
this is
that
the
one
target
building.
system. Next,
Yep.
And now it's not there anymore.
precision targeting, and we've achieved our
Even
objectives
the
here.
other building is being
Next.
destroyed.
All right,
Yeah, they're
so
not
that was
harming
what we did
anything
on
but the
7th.
targets
Our
that they're
objective
shooting
was to
at.
address these two enemy, these two terrorist camps, and that we
So
did.
you're telling me that they just blew up like 7 different houses, and out of those 7 houses, they just happened to randomly kill 3 or 4 very well-known terrorists? Damn. Wow. What are the odds of that? That's some really good. They must have been really lucky. Wow.
I thought it was 27
Crazy.
fatalities.
Yeah, lottery ticket.
We maintain a robust air defense
Yeah.
posture because remember, our objective was to target the terrorists and terrorist infrastructure, not any other infrastructure, not the Pakistani military, not the Pakistani any other infrastructure. So that is what we have maintained on the 7th of May. However, what we saw in the evening of 7th of May, we were saturated with a raid of
The
Pakistani
drones.
unmanned aerial vehicles
Yep, it's the drones.
and
yeah.
small drones. And these came in waves in our civilian areas, over our military installations, and all of them
Destroy the fucking drones.
successfully intercepted. Few of
Okay.
Bro, they gotta get their money back. That's embarrassing. So they sent them over a bunch of these fucking things. They just got shot down. Wow, okay, we got all of them. Yeah, they've been defeated. Yeah, I guess so. The Chinese weapons, yeah, bro, like, Pakistan needs to, I hope they kept the receipt.
them did manage to
Not fuck with people. That's what they need to do, is not fuck with people.
not much damage that
That
we did.
ain't done no
We
shit
have
to
our
them.
robust
India don't do a fucking thing to anybody, bro. India's a fucking
However,
peaceful ass goddamn country.
The difference here was that we had targeted the terrorists. The
It's wild to
adversary
me,
now
bro.
has targeted our civilians and the military infrastructure.
He's
So
right. He's completely right.
It had to be responded to. So,
Yeah.
in a quick and calibrated response, that very night, we struck their radar installations at Lahore and close to Gujranwala, the LYT installation. Just to indicate to him that we are ready, yet we do not want to escalate our...
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, India's doing Pakistan a favor by targeting MCT terrorists. Yeah, shouldn't Pakistan be saying thank you? This is good, you know? Like, I mean, these guys were big problems. They're making everybody over there look bad. Like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, where's JD Vance when you need him?
Fight was with the terrorists and not with the Pakistani military establishment. Thank you.
Thank you, Air Marshal Bharti. So, ladies and gentlemen, he's outlined operations not only on the night of 6th and 7th of May,
So that
when
was
Operation
it.
Sindoor commenced, but also on the subsequent night. Being well aware and familiar with the congenital and impulsive nature of our adversary, and even though we did attempt to reach out and communicate our compulsions to strike at the heart of terror to my counterpart in the immediate wake of Operation Sindoor, the request was brusquely turned down, with an intimation.
Pakistan did a press conference too. Did they?
Seems like you always run out of something right before a trip. Like sunscreen. and dry shampoo, and that SPF moisturizer that you can't sun without. And while we're at it, let's add some insurance. DoorDash has all these beauty products and more ready to go. And speaking of ready to go, don't you need to get to the airport?
That a severe response was inevitable and in the offing. We were of course prepared.
Oh no.
Operations on the 7th and the 8th, Air Marshal
no.
Bharti spoken about. On the night of 8th and 9th of May, they flew drones and aircrafts into our airspace all across the borders.
Why would they do that? Why are they so stupid? Look how stupid they are. Look at that.
And then every single one of them just got shot down.
They dumb as fuck.
Made largely unsuccessful attempts to target numerous military infrastructure.
Bro, like these flying lawnmowers really just
Yeah.
kind of cut it.
And it's just
They gotta
wild.
do something better with it, like it's embarrassing. Yeah, it's pathetic.
Shouldn't they done the drone thing first
Violations
before
on the line of control
the terrorist
by
attack?
Pakistan
I mean,
also
that's
commenced
just-
yet again
I don't know.
precipitated into
I would
the
assume you would
So you
send
feel
drones
bad for
into
Pakistan,
scout
right?
area
You're like,
before
oh,
you
shit,
send in
China,
terrorists
you're like, all right, bro, we
to
about to cook this shit out
kill
of
and
them.
attack people.
Alright, send them up.
statements. The air
Wait, why does this one say McDonald's on it?
operations on the
Asshole.
night of 8th and 9th of May, I'll yet again request the DG Air
Oh
Operations to
god.
cover.
Someone's phone is going off, bro, like...
So I just covered what happened
Oh,
on the
jeez.
night of 7th and 8th.
What?
What we
Somehow right
found
now I'm busy.
that on the night of 8th and 9th, starting as early as 22:30 hours, our cities had a mass rate of drones, unmanned aerial vehicles, UCAVs, starting right from Srinagar, going down right up to Nalia. It was a mass rate in waves, and it was relentless. However, we were prepared, and our air defense preparedness ensured that there is no damage on ground or to any of the intended targets that the enemy might have planned for. The difference between 7th
So they didn't even...
Wow.
Well, there it is, guys. Now you know. So
Is there anything else?
if they've been psyoped into thinking that every sort of like a relation like this is automatically these like terrorist people that are the ones that are okay. And I think also like there's a degree of people that think that they're fighting for like Islam or something like that too. And I think these are Westerners that are not Islamic, but they're trying to fight against what they perceive to be Islamophobia. Color. And this is the way that Americans are conditioned. And if you're not an American, you won't understand this. But if you are an American, you will. And you might think that's so stupid. How could they think on such a binary level? Well, because they've been trained to think like that. That is how people think. And I know it sounds stupid,
Well, what are we talking about?
or anything like this. I don't know if this group has a name. I don't know if there's really a name stated, but that's basically a sheltered people, to be honest. Yes, exactly. And you're fucking stupid. Really, you think that's not it? I think it is. I do. I really think it is. And I think there's a big component of that happening. I think they're scared of Islam and they think they'll be spared if anything pops off. No, I don't think that's the case at all. I think that these people, there's like 4 or 5 different components to it, right? And so like one really big component to it is the fact that is skin color, right? And so it makes it a lot easier to defend Gaza from Israel because of skin color. And this is the way
What?
that Americans are conditioned. And if you're not an American, you won't understand this. But if you are an American, you will. And you might think that's so stupid. How could they think on such a binary level? Well, because they've been trained to think like that. That is
I don't
how
get
people
it.
think. And I know
Aren't they
it
all
sounds
the
stupid,
same fucking color
but
out there?
Again,
not to sound
I have a policy, and you guys need to
like a
understand
bigot,
this about me.
idiot,
I
but
have a policy
aren't they all
that is
brown
called,
out there?
instead of Occam's
Indians
razor
and
or
Pakistanis
Antoine's razor,
and
it is the
Israelis.
retard's
I thought
razor.
they're all the
I
same.
think of the dumbest, most one-dimensional, self-serving, stupid, short-sighted, brainless reason why something is happening. That's why it's happening. That's exactly the reason why it's happening. That's it. That's the cause. And so, yeah, I think they view everything as oppressed versus oppressor. They do. And so, and this is also another really big component to it, is that because India is the larger country, and the people, the terrorists, and also I think there's a lot of it where these people don't understand how bad a lot of these terrorist groups are, and they think that these terrorist groups are, you know, freedom fighters or a resistance or whatever.
Not
when
at all.
Meanwhile, they're taking sex slaves, killing people that disagree with them, and terrorizing their own population. Actually, you know what? There's a really good video about this. There was this guy I saw from Yemen, and he was talking about it. Let me see if I can pull it up and just give you a different context on this. This is a man who lives in Yemen. Here we go.
Hassan Piker, notorious terror sympathizer, just compared Anne Frank to the Houthis.
That was fucked up. That was the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Do you think he's like Anne Frank?
Absolutely. Your beloved Houthis killed Iran's best friend. Anne Frank never killed anyone. The Houthis killed her. Your beloved Houthis took over my...
It has to be censored a lot in order for it to be viable for TikTok, by the way. Obviously, he's not speaking this way because he wants to. It's just to bypass filters.
By force, not through democracy. Anne Frank never took over anything. She was hiding in an attic. Your beloved Houthis have been starving my people for more than 10 years. Anne Frank was starved, violent, like the ones that you support. Your beloved Houthis have imprisoned journalists and killed minorities. Anne
We
Frank...
need more guys like this to speak out. That's why I want to promote and show this guy, because we need more people like him to show that this isn't some sort of like resistance that represents the people at all. This is a fringe military radical, cult, basically, that is exacting terrorism on not only their enemies, but also their own country members.
Anne was a minority who was silenced and prepared for who she was.
Link his profile.
And as I am
will.
saying this,
I'll get you guys.
bring the last remaining Jew in
There's one more in there. Bro, they're almost... That's sick. It's fucking sick.
They're not bring him because he's a
Is that
Zionist
that older guy?
or Israeli. The last remaining Yemen Jew is actually anti-Zionist.
No shit.
Before you make ridiculous anti-Semitic claims like this, grab a book. A book of Flight to Yemen. The terrorists that you support and interview on your platforms are the very same terrorists that make my family and friends in Yemen suffer.
And that's what I think is so funny about this whole thing, is that you have these mentally ill white liberal women in America that are crying and screeching for the Houthis, while people in Yemen are victims to the Houthis and are being killed by them.
Yeah.
So let's be real, Hassan. You don't stand up for the peace, liberation, and
nice?
freedom of the Middle East. You're just an anti-Semitic piece of shit.
Ooh. Ooh.
So anyway, this
Oh,
is
damn.
what happened, and
Yeah.
I do want to show you guys this. And,
That part.
Stand up for India's fight against Islamic extremism. There's another one. Today I had the pleasure of directing my speech of Jew haters that were disturbing our pro-Israeli rally. And then here we go here. Where's the flag of Yemen as well? And so I'll link you guys his channel.
I like that.
I think this guy's great.
Lau
And
Ahmed.
yeah, totally fucking
Lau
support
Ahmed.
him. Absolutely.
I'm gonna check him out.
And there's his link. Yeah, definitely. Half of Yemen got destroyed by the Houthis. The government-controlled areas are getting starved by starvation. Yeah, and what do you call it? It's funny that liberal women support terror groups, and yet those terror groups would do horrible things to them if they got their hands on them. Yeah, I find it to be incredibly ironic as well. I don't understand why there are so many women that are simping for these groups of men that would turn them into sex slaves, basically. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. But, it's suicidal empathy, right? That's all there is to it. And, because would you rather be stuck in the forest with a man or a bear? I think that there you go. That really tells a big story itself, doesn't it?
Yep. Okay. that's enough of. I think that's enough of.
Hey, so today we're going to be talking about one of the most infamous prisons in the entire country. Of course, we are talking about Alcatraz. Now, just recently, President Trump has decided that he wants to remodel and revamp Alcatraz
That would cost
from a tourist attraction back into a working prison, and he wants to make this a diabolical ass spot that will strike fear into the hearts of criminals, gangs, and terrorist organizations that are operating within the U.S. But is this something that can even be done?
No.
And if it can, shouldn't? Let's look at the history of Alcatraz.
You know, I want to watch this because it is not something.
To make this happen.
Okay, this would cost so much money. The fucking building, Alcatraz, is so weathered away from the fucking salt water that's been hitting it over the years. And then there's no running water inside of the prison. So, basically, he would have to completely level Alcatraz. Fucking start from scratch. It won't be Alcatraz, it'll be the island. But the prison, he would have to completely break that bitch down and start a brand new prison. Because it can only be used as they're doing what they should be doing with it. They're using it as a tourist attraction. That's smart. That's making money for the state or the fucking government or people, whatever, you know what I mean? That makes sense. But it would cost I would assume it would cost at least a few billion to fucking take on that type of project. At least 2 billion. With a B. To take on that type of project. And make a brand new Alcatraz.
I'm gonna let you guys decide. Now, historically, throughout the years, Alcatraz, that island has been used for way more than just a prison. Originally, it was actually a Native American burial ground. So everything that's happened on top of that, it's cursed. It's absolutely cursed. Should we continue to do stuff on cursed land?
What? I never even knew that. What the fuck?
That we shouldn't even be building stuff on top of? I don't think so, do you?
That sounds
In the 19th
not good.
century, the U.S. Army established a fort on the island. Initially to protect San Francisco Bay during the California Gold Rush, the fort was later used as a military prison, housing Confederate soldiers during the Civil War. In fact, it wasn't until 1934 that Alcatraz became a federal penitentiary designed to house the most dangerous and notorious criminals from other federal prisons. The prison was known for its harsh conditions, strict discipline, and the isolation from mainland. The prison had a high suicide rate, and several inmates attempted to escape, with only a few succeeding. There were 14 escape attempts by 36 prisoners in total, and Alcatraz was only open and operational for 29 years, which is not a great shelf life for a prison. It was closed in 1963 due to high operating costs and deteriorating facilities when they moved all of the inmates to other federal prisons. And these days, it's nothing but a tourist attraction.
As it should
is now
be.
Part of the Golden Gate National Recreation Area, and it's a spot where people can come to see a little piece of America's criminal and prison history. But it brings in literal millions of dollars a month. Because it is that popular, there are constantly
It should
people going
continue
in and
to
out.
be
So if we take this place
a tourist.
and we revamp it and we put prisoners there, we're going to be losing that income, and it's going to cost a lot to maintain and remodel this thing. And Nick Shirley just put out a great video where he's actually touring Alcatraz, so we're going to check out his video, and you're going to get to see a little bit of the inside action through Nick. And you guys should go subscribe to him too, because honestly, the dude's a beast.
Is that it? 5150?
stories high, full of cells, top to bottom, right to left. There are prison cells everywhere here. The most amount of prisoners ever held here at a single time was 270, although the prison of Alcatraz has a capacity upwards of 325.
So look, man, if you're talking about holding a high capacity amount of prisoners, Alcatraz is just not that spot.
Not it.
It's got 325, 327 capacity.
300
max.
prisoners
And
ain't
these cells
shit.
are tiny. Look at how small these cells are. Now, they can put 2 people in these cells if they don't want to get federal funding. Trump might be able to work.
There's over
his way around
100
that if something he really wants to do. I know
fucking
that when I did
prisoners
my time at Oregon
in
State Penitentiary, they had
each
gone
block
from having
that I was in,
one
like
person
almost
per
200
cell
per
to
block.
2 people per
Cell
cell,
block.
and the feds came in and said, this is literally not okay.
Just
you can't
block.
do this. This is a human rights violation. And you're going to lose your federal funding if you don't take it back to just 1 person per cell. And they looked at the math on it and what it would cost, and they're like, yeah, it's more cost effective to lose our federal funding. So that could be an issue that they run into if they try to double it up. But like, this is not a great investment. Already, you can see this is not going to be a great investment. You can't house enough people there.
127, and on the 3rd story, we're seeing prison cell 327. That just shows how many people and how much people this place could actually hold back in its day when it was actually an operating prison. Right now, we have thousands upon thousands of tourists coming through here every single day. If tourists can walk through here every single day, shouldn't prisoners be able to walk through here theoretically if they were to renovate the prison cells as far as getting running water and making sure the bathrooms work? And now we're going to enter into water.
Yeah, so one of the things that people are saying is that the clearance for the doors isn't tall enough because it's only 6 foot. And they're saying that nowadays people are taller than they were back in the 1930s. I don't know about all that. I don't know that that's actually valid. I don't think that really matters.
No.
People can get through the doors.
Yeah.
It's prison. It's not the damn Hilton. I just don't think it's a good investment, to be honest. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that we need super cushy prisons. I'm saying if we're going to spend all the money that it would take to build and maintain something on Alcatraz Island, why not just build a CCOT here in the U.S.?
Of the cells, you can see right here, 5 feet wide, 7 feet
I'm not about
tall,
any of that shit,
and
but
then
yeah.
9 feet long. Right here, you have a toilet, you have a sink. Let's see if any running water is working right now.
That is about what we had at Oregon State Penitentiary, but we had 2 bunks that were bolted into the wall. So
Yeah.
you had that amount of space.
That's
and 2
what we
small
had.
beds,
2 bunks.
and you would have people in there, and you get out every other day a lot of the time. If it's not sunny out, you're not getting yard every day. You're lucky if you get out every other day. We'd be on lockdown a lot of the time. So
Yep.
you could be in there potentially for months at a time, just stuck in a cell like that, with them bringing you little paper sacks 3 times a day with a bologna sandwich and a
Yep.
tiny little apple.
And right now, around 4,000 tourists come through here every single day. That's $200,000 a day.
$50 a pop. $50 a pop to walk through a busted ass prison? Bro, that's kind of sick actually. Like, they're making a lot of money. I don't think they should take that away from the state of California. With the way that the state of California wastes money, they definitely need that.
And you times that by 365, that's upwards of $73 million that
This dude's just chilling.
generating every single year.
This dude's
Revenue
just sat
in
down,
tourist companies
he's
to visit this
texting,
place.
taking a shit.
In Donald Trump's tweet that he posted on Truth Media, he said they want to enlarge and rebuild Alcatraz. But how much would that cost? In 1962, they did the math as to how much it would cost to renovate before they did end up closing Alcatraz, and it was around $6 million. Nowadays, equated with inflation, that's upwards of $63 million. However, we know that
Be way-
nowadays
I think
because
that
they
number's
try to
off
bring
too,
in
bro.
New water, new technology inside these prison cells. But the question is,
Yeah, with all of the escape attempts that they had and multiple escapes being successful, just getting it back to the same shape that it was in is not acceptable. That would not fly. That's not something that's going to work if
Yeah.
we're being realistic about this. This would have to be, if you wanted to house the absolute worst criminals, they would have to be on some ADX Florence type shit. This would have to be some Guantanamo Bay level madness.
Yeah.
And it would cost, I'm going to estimate it would cost billions to get this done. And it would take
Yeah.
years upon years to actually get this up.
Years.
I think this is a bad investment.
what would they actually have to renovate here inside of prison cells if this stuff is
He's not
still
stupid.
working,
He's not a dumb
still
guy.
intact, the
He
walls
knows
are
prisons.
concrete,
He knows
it's still there,
money.
the
He
paint is falling apart. A lot places
I may
don't
not be
have
smart,
any more
but
running water or any toilets inside, but how much would the
I got
actual
fucking
cost of
common
Alcatraz
sense, you
be?
feel me?
Nobody really knows if they'd have to rebuild and take down all of the infrastructure here in Alcatraz, or would it simply be just coming through, repainting, making sure everything looks good, and also making sure that all of the nuts and bolts are still intact.
If you're gonna do Alcatraz again, you've got to tear that whole bitch down, and you've got to build a way more
Brand new.
substantial facility that is up to current surveillance, that is up to current security standards.
Yes, sir.
There's no way they're going to be able to get this facility back up to an operating
It would cost
procedural standard that
so
is
much fucking
justified
money.
today, especially if you want to house the worst of the worst.
How much do you think it would cost for them to renovate Alcatraz?
Billions.
Millions of dollars.
Billion.
None of the pipes are working. They're all rusted out. Cool.
Because of the salt in the air, they have been oxidized. That's what that salt water does. And it's not going to be too long until they have to replace that shit again, bro. It's just going to happen again. It's a
I can't,
bad
like-
investment.
Eroded. The concrete.
It trips me out, bro. Okay, so I seen people posting about this shit like, yeah, he wants to bring back Alcatraz. That's a good idea. I make a post talking about how that's a fucking stupid idea. Like that is a lot of money. That why the fuck would you want our taxpayer dollars to go towards that? You know, that is a fuck ton of money. You know, you don't know nothing. Come on now.
Is 110 years old and hasn't had any maintenance on it. There are places where you can stick your hand through the wall. They have to do an entire renovation of everything.
Destroy.
And that is going to be an absolute security risk, especially in a place where they've had so many people that have attempted to escape. If you put the worst of the worst in there, they're going to figure a way out of this thing if
Yeah.
they keep this facility the way that it is. And they're just going to jump in the ocean, and maybe some of them make it, maybe some of them don't. More than likely, more of them are going to not make it than are. If you ever tried to swim out in the middle of the ocean, it's a whole bitch. But it's just like, why, bro? It's currently bringing in over 70 million a year. Why mess with that, bro?
They don't think it's possible for them to. So you don't think it's possible
Everything's
for them to
possible
reopen
if you have
Alcatraz?
an infinite amount of money. You can do anything you want. But
Yeah, infinite amount of money.
today, this is not
You got the infinite money sheet.
So here's another thing that I think that nobody's really considering is that they are in the Bay Area. They are in the San Francisco area, which is one of the most expensive places to live.
Yup.
So the pay for correctional officers is going to have to be a lot higher than it would be. There's reasons that they put these prisons out in the middle of nowhere. They put them in BFE for a reason. Because they can pay correctional
Everything
officers
about
less,
this
the land
is
cheap,
gold, diamonds,
operational
expensive.
costs are definitely cheaper than voting stuff in. You know what I'm saying? Like, this just doesn't make sense fiscally.
Site.
And how long?
All the way around,
to
it's a
renovate
fucking
Alcatraz?
terrible
That's
idea.
like saying,
All the way around.
there's no answer. It would take forever.
Obviously, these prisons themselves aren't up to par with modern-day prisons. However, they still technically would work. I'm not saying they should send prisoners here to Alcatraz, but if they really needed it and the resources weren't there, this prison does look capable as far as keeping prisoners inside of these prison cells. If they were to bring in new bedding and update the showers, or if they were to update the bathrooms inside of the cells, or if they were to create massive bathrooms inside of the prison, they could
Massive
also house
bathrooms?
prisoners here on Alcatraz.
Now, like I said, I'm not like a super big, like, yo, we need to have it be really cushy and really nice and really comfortable. Like, prison is supposed to suck, dog.
Yeah.
And I get that. Like, I think that there's different levels and varying degrees for different crimes. A place like this would be totally suitable, in my opinion, for child offenders, for murderers, for people who are trafficking, whether that be human sex trafficking, trafficking narcotics, like really bad crimes. I don't care where you put those motherfuckers, dog. Like, I'm with the shits on that. But I don't think that this is a cost-effective resource. Build a new prison out in some heinous desert somewhere
100%.
where they've got some struggling little town where you can get cheap correctional officers. You can build something from the ground up that you don't have to demo. Like, you could build CCOT-style prisons way cheaper somewhere else. This just seems like a waste of time and a waste of money, and it seems like a big old government flex, which is unnecessary out of our taxpayer dollars. But do you agree with me or not?
Yeah,
Let me know down in the
100% I
comments,
agree
and
with you, bro.
appreciate you hanging out with us today, man. You know,
Okay, now we're gonna play some video games. 100% agree with JD, bro. I almost always agree with JD. But I was also kind of curious as to if he was gonna... You know, cause he does side with Trump type shit, so... Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gotta plug in my thing. Got them all plugged in now. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Funk Soul Brother. Okay. Chihuahua. Why would... Okay. What video game are we going to play? Let's play Karma. It's a good time to play Karma.
Hey, Jeeps.
Do.
Alrighty, let us go.
Alright, I have no idea where I left off in this game. I haven't got a fucking clue. Oh, my reflexes.
Where can it be? It was in this room just now.
Hi, are you Miss Weiss?
Yes,
Face?
I am. Sorry, I'm busy with something extremely urgent right now.
Sorry to disturb you. You look really flustered. Anything I can do to help?
Flustered? No, but thanks for offering. I don't need anyone's help.
Hey, is this what you're looking for?
114! You found it! Sorry. You're right, I was all over the place just now, but thank you.
Hey, I feel terrible whenever I go back to the lab and see that the flowers that were in full bloom the day before have all withered and died. But that's just the way it is. Don't beat yourself up. I'll help you catch the next one that gets away.
Thank you. By the way, what are you here for?
Sorry, I forgot to say there's a brand new reagent. Mr. Ebbett asked me to get it. By the way, I'm Lucas. I work on the botany lab on level 7.
I thought he'd be like everyone else. Like all the people I've met before. Timid, brief, always with a motive. They all came and they all left. He's different. Like a house
Cow.
that smells musty after the rain.
See cow?
But occasionally the sunlight shines on the porch and the breeze blows in, constantly trying to sneak into my life. Gradually, the house no longer smells musty,
Musty cow.
and the sunlight and breeze are still there.
Musty breeze the sunlight cow.
Lucas, where are we?
This is the only garden in the city.
I'm supposed to fly
I
this thing?
planted it with my assistants. Look, those are irises. They used to be everywhere in the city, but you can't see them anymore.
It's a shame. So many people have never seen these flowers before. If it were possible, I'd fly high into the sky and sprinkle their seeds all over the city, everywhere.
That's what I'm supposed to do right there?
I believe those seeds would fall on the best soil, on the doorsteps of everyone living in sadness.
I want to stand on the streets, watch as the seeds take root, and grow with them.
I believe that when they bloom, people will experience beauty and warmth.
I think that when they bloom, people will definitely leave their jobs. They'll
What?
run out of the darkness and enjoy the flowers of freedom and victory together.
I believe, Miss Weiss. I believe every word you say. Whether it is then or now, I'll always be by your side.
I try not to come into contact with him again. I'm worried that one day he'll be utterly disappointed.
What's going on? Why is it... What's going on? Why does it look stuck?
I'm trying my best to find her again. I think maybe there are some hidden secrets between us.
What the fuck is this? Go up. There you go. Alright. No. There we go, I figured it out. Ooh. No? Yeah.
Why do I think of him? Why do we continue to enjoy what we have now and imagine a future together?
This fucking game is a goddamn brain teaser, bro.
I tried to see her again. Tried to spend every day with her. Tried to imagine a future with her.
But at that moment, I hesitated. Because he told me he has a plan for the
But in
future.
that moment, she stopped dead in her tracks. When I told her I have a plan for the future. Leave this place. Leave this
Leave
city.
this city. dare dream of the future he talked about.
She doesn't want to respond to me about the future I talked about.
These endless feelings of guilt that have burdened me until now.
Why should I impose my path on her? It'll stop us from moving forward. Okay, all
I should
this
try
is
again.
just me deceiving myself.
And break free from these shackles.
That's crazy.
Rachel, I was wrong. You're like the flower of freedom. I shouldn't impose my future on you. Your future. It's up to you.
Hey, Lucas. Do you still remember what you said? You said you believe these seeds will fall on the best soil, on the doorsteps of everyone living in sadness. You said you believe that when they bloom, people will experience beauty and warmth.
Dolphins? Dolphins in the sky. This game's trying to give Death Stranding a run for its money. Like, oh, you thought that shit was weird? Well, look at this. Oh shit, I'm a floating piece of paper again. Yeah.
You, only your existence is real, will disappear in the sands of time until the very last moments. No matter how the sands of time may ravage me, I belong only to you, because
Oh, that's some Nosferatu shit. Count Orlok shit.
only you are eternal in my heart.
That's some Nosferatu shit. Count Orlok shit. Well, here I come, I guess. I know. No. Very cool. Very cool. Alright. Ugh. I don't like the flatline noise. Let me wake up again. Where am I? Who's dead? Objective updated. Check it. That's not objective. Daniel McGovern. 26, 56. Agent. I don't think I was ever able to look at all that shit before. The wardrobe man? What do you mean? That's the wardrobe man? What? I don't know what that means. I'm supposed to be taking a picture.
Rachel.
The fact that we can meet here is a sign that you do indeed have some potential. You saw it all, didn't you? My memories.
Hey, listen up. Rachel, we have to leave this place.
This mother that you all worship, has she made this city any better? If my father hadn't joined the war effort, if he hadn't been a part of Leviathan's attack on this city, he wouldn't be drowning himself in alcohol every day, and he wouldn't have ended up like this. Lucas wouldn't have...
The past cannot be changed. Now, Rachel, you have to take me out of this place and tell me who is the one behind all this.
Join us, Daniel. If you decide to join us, I'll take you to see the one behind all this. I believe in the Professor's plan.
Who is the Professor?
Only he can lead this city to a better future.
What
Say
plan?
yes. Say your choice. Then I'll tell you.
No.
Say yes.
No.
The Professor was right about you.
Do I got fire?
Think hard and recall the dirty business you did for them. Don't move from that spot until you have.
What, bitch?
Rachel!
Talking to me like I'm a fucking kid?
Mother!
I mean...
Rachel, come out!
She's lying. 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 Now, Georgia, she will never be free. I'm close enough, man. You picked up my daughter's belongings. Give them to me. We will take you out of here.
Oh! Whoa. Okay.
Walk straight ahead. I'm afraid of Eden. Keep going. Terribly now.
I guess I was supposed to give him this stuff.
Hands. Not hands.
My sense of man is still alive. Look up there. The box. Destroying tubes, delivering sustenance. Shut the house.
What? What are you talking about, homie? What is this? What is this? Ew. This is weird.
How did you get in here? Who helped you to escape?
What's wrong with her legs? What do I do? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
We've got you under control.
I gotta get closer? Got him. Got it. I did it.
Hurry, this will be yes. It has what we want.
This one? Well, what the fuck do they want now? Oh, this heart. Now what?
Hands. Put the spots on the floor where there are hands.
What?
Consider you.
Like a big shirt! What did you say about hands?
Hands. Put the spots on the floor where there are hands.
Yeah, hands?
Consider you.
Stop! I want to be with him!
Take a picture! This is weird.
Stop! I want to be with him!
Fuck! This is stupid. Now, where do I go?
I want to be with him!
Damn it! Do I need to take a picture of the floor wheel hands?
Stop! I want to be with him!
Jesus Christ. Okay. Don't know where to go. Wait. Is he saying to... Is that what he's saying? Trying to trap him? Trap him! That's what he's saying. I'm so smart, I'm so fly. Look at me, I'm that white guy. Look at me. Cheer for me. Cheer for me. Let's go this one. Fuck me! Come on, bro! Shit! Need more hands. Give me some more hands, motherfucker. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come on. Got him. Now what happens? Oh, I found it. Did it. You can have it. I want it. Fucking Christ. Come on, bitch. Spring them up on me. Get stuck. That's not fair. That's not how the life was supposed to be working.